What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Supergirl Season 2, Episode 3 review. Welcome to the world. Now, oh my gosh, it was a good-ass episode, and I cannot wait to get down with the stuff that's going to happen. I mean, freaking, Lynda Carter, man. You know what? This episode is so good, it's going to need, we need music for this episode. Let's freaking do it. By the way, spoilers, there are spoilers. Number 5, we're going to talk about a metahuman called Scorcher. Now, in the comic books, Scorcher doesn't exactly have a really large role, and she's not well known like all the other metahuman villains, and in Supergirl, she's an alien, she's not a metahuman. So there's not a lot to say about Scorcher. It was just really cool that shows on the CW and shows like Supergirl are making lesser known villains, come up in the show. And it's just great for a comic book fan. It's just great to see these things. And I don't know if you want to call this an Easter egg. I mean, I won't because, we know about stuff like this. But for people who don't know, I guess it could be considered an Easter egg just because, again, lesser known villain comes out and they use her and they can do whatever they want with the villain because the comic books aren't doing a bunch of stuff with it. I love the fact that they used her. I love the fact that we got to see someone that is not as recognized as they should be and is used as I would like to see in the comic books. So thank you so much, Supergirl, for using these villains. It is just awesome to see our childhood come true with stuff like this. Number 4, we talked about this last week, Mon-El. Now, Mon-El is a Daxamite, not a Kryptonian, and they finally addressed this in the episode. Wynn actually says that he found where Mon-El is, and he says that he's trying to send a beacon, but he's not sending it to Krypton, he's sending it to Daxam. And it was cool that the DEO star charts already knew what Daxam was. They even addressed the whole Kryptonian Daxamite war thing going on, and if you guys don't know, Kryptonians and Daxamites have pretty much the exact same physiology. Again, the only difference is their place of origin and the fact that they're fighting for ridiculous reasons. Daxamites think that the Kryptonians are superior and all high and mighty, and Kryptonians think that the Daxamites are like lowly savages who they're primitive and they suck because they still have the hierarchy of kings and queens. But it was really cool to see Mon-El and Kara talk. They had this whole race war rivalry thing going on, and then they finally squashed their differences. And it was really sad when they realized they had a lot in common, seeing as how both their planets were pretty much destroyed. Number 3, we have Maggie Sawyer. Now, in the comic books, Maggie Sawyer is a cop just like her Supergirl counterpart. And in the comic books, she is a lesbian. Again, just like her Supergirl counterpart, which is great. I'm glad they didn't change that. I'm glad that's not different. But Maggie Sawyer did have an important role in the comic books. In the comic books, she was a police liaison to Superman. And before she joined the Special Crimes Unit, she was just a cop who ended up rising to the rank of lieutenant, and she married her own captain. Unfortunately, that marriage didn't last long, even though they had a kid, because she came out as a lesbian. And it was awesome because in the comic books, she does have her own little love thing going on at some point with Kate Kantz, which you guys may know, and I hope you do, as Batwoman. And I'm so glad they have this whole thing going on with Maggie Sawyer, because if you saw the episode, or if you guys want to go back and watch the reaction video, it really looked like, I don't know, maybe, Alex Danvers might develop a thing for Maggie Sawyer. It'd be really cool to see. I wouldn't knock it. It'd probably be really interesting to the storyline. Number 2, and I really wish I could have made this number 1, but number 1 was like really awesome. Just like this one, it was a tough choice to make, guys. But number 2 is Lynda Carter coming back to another superhero show. Lynda Carter, if you don't know, was Wonder Woman from 1975 to 1979, and she was an amazing Amazonian warrior princess, guys. She was great. The show was freaking awesome, and she's always played roles of power, and in this show, it's no different. She plays the president, guys. The freaking president. And she's trying to bring all the aliens together. She's trying to make this whole thing where Earth can feel like they're safe and they don't have to hide and it's a place, it's a home. She wants them to be together, okay? And there was an awesome Easter egg drop where Kara's like, I'm so glad I got to see Air Force One. And she goes, well, you should see my other plane. And if you don't know what that other plane is, it is the invisible jet that Wonder Woman has. I loved it. It was awesome. I nerded. I squealed. It was great. Don't judge me. You guys would love it too. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. You're gonna love it. And at the end, the greatest thing that we saw about Lynda Carter was the fact that Lynda Carter is actually an alien. Now, we don't know if Lynda Carter is an alien and she's trying to make this whole thing happen because she really does want the best for aliens, so maybe she'll show up again as some kind of foe they have to fight, or if she just wants the best for aliens and she is an alien, That could just be a thing. Maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe it's just like, haha, more fun that Lynda Carter, person of power, and she's an alien, she's fighting for aliens and humans, and it would be awesome. I would love to see what they're going to do with that, guys. But freaking Lynda Carter, yes! And the number one best thing about this episode, guys, John Jones goes to the bar that Alex Danvers and Maggie Sawyer end up going to, and it's an alien bar where they have a safe haven to go to, and John Jones ends up finding Miss Martian. She recognizes him and tries to dash, and then when he goes outside to find her, she's like, "My name is Magan Maors, and I'm the last daughter of Mars." And it was so cool. Finally, we get Miss Martian. We've known Miss Martian was going to show up since before the season aired, and guys, freaking a second Martian, finally. There's so many good female heroes that they never get to use, and just female characters, period. Again, Maggie Sawyer, and Miss Martian's now here. They use Scorcher. Guys, this is a whole different ballgame for us, and it is so great to see this side of superheroes that we don't normally get to see. I freaking love it. Oh my god. But Miss Martian is an incredibly powerful telepath. She's just as powerful, if not more powerful, a telepath than John Jones himself. And he even says that in raw power, he's never met anyone more powerful than her. If you guys want to see a few more things about the episode, then you can check out the reaction video that I did here. You can also check out last week's review video if you haven't seen it. And I promise I will be rolling out the reaction and the review videos on a more timely schedule. It's just, to upload is a pain in the butt because I actually have to go to Starbucks because my internet is garbage. But I'm trying to get these videos out for you guys because I just love talking about this stuff. I love the comic book stuff. I love just doing all of this. It's great, and I just want to talk about it. If you guys want to talk about anything, put it in the comment section below. Tell me what was your favorite part of the episode, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.